Bricks and Minifigs' current legal and PR response, and make no mistake, those are intertwined, can only be understood when you accept that not in all circumstances do lawyers and PR people become rational and numbers focused. It happens in some industries like insurance, where once lawyers get involved, if a case is going to be horribly expensive for a company to litigate, and they are not guaranteed or very likely to win, and the other party is almost assuredly going to fight it out, they start to act rationally. Basically, when the case costs more than not the case, people will tend to go with not the case in those scenarios. But lawyers come in many flavors, and I don't mean practice areas. Vanilla ice cream and gelato are the same flavor, and Rocky Road exists in both and is also a valid choice, or at least a choice people can make with regards to legal and PR teams. Bricks and Minifigs has chosen the Rocky Road. And I've dealt with people who I feel are likely similar to the CEO and COO of Bricks and Minifigs. I've worked with many startups, and a great many of those startups didn't have attorneys at the time I started working with them, and I referred them, a lot of them, to the same guy. Shout out to Ryan Roberts, who goes by Startup Lawyer on the internet. He's a fantastic attorney. He has a super high preference for things going smoothly. If you come to him with an issue that goes like this: we have an employee, well, they claim they're an employee, we say they're a contractor, they didn't perform a deliverable that we said that they needed to do. They say they didn't have an obligation for that. Big messy situation. Anyway, they're going to file a claim with a workforce commission, employment group, whatever. We don't think that that applies because we think they're a contractor. Really confusing, messy fact pattern. Ryan is just going to look at it and say, and I don't want to put words in his mouth, but I know this is true. Wow, that's a messy fact pattern. It does feel like the other side has at least a decently valid legal claim. They may or may not win, but it's going to be more expensive to litigate than it is to settle. And you also have these other business disruptions that you risk. Besides reputational damage, you are going through due diligence for a funding round. And people who are funding companies these days, they don't really love companies with a ton of ongoing, especially if it was easily preventable litigation. Now, a lot of people are going to hear that and go, you're right. I should straighten up and fly right. I should cut a check. I should give an apology. And a lot of people are going to call a different lawyer. And they're going to keep calling lawyers or PR firms or whatever until they get someone that says, it's not about the facts or the law. It's about whether or not you can win. Because all they want at the end of the day is to win. And at some point, to a lawyer who realizes they're talking to an individual with deep enough pockets to continue to pay that lawyer in advance of services, you're going to find a lawyer who's willing to take the case. Same with PR people. High conflict individuals choose lawyers who want to drive the clown car.